Well, good morning and welcome back to the studio here on this Friday morning, April the 9th. It is time for your Friday 5 for 5 on this anniversary week. I hope that you've had a great week with these 5 for 5s and all of the exciting giveaways that our pastors have done throughout the week. There's going to be another one a little bit later today, so be looking here at the bottom of the screen, and you're going to see a word pop up in a bit. Put that word in the comments, and you will be entered into a drawing to win something I'll tell you about here in just a bit at the very end of this video. You know, we just celebrated Easter, and I love the story of Easter, but I love to go just a little bit farther in the Gospels, primarily Luke and John, to the story of Jesus appearing to his disciples. And in John chapter 20, verse 27, Jesus says to Thomas, "Put your finger here and look at my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Don't be faithless, but believe." What was Jesus inviting Thomas to touch and to see? Well, you know, it was his scars. It was the scars that he had from his crucifixion. And you know, there's some things that I want us to see from those scars that Jesus showed to his disciples and that Thomas needed in order to believe. The first thing, those scars remind us that Jesus knows our pain. You know, on Easter Sunday, Pastor Brooks told us that not only was Jesus fully God, but he was also fully human. And you know that. And as him being fully human, he suffered through the crucifixion. He understands your suffering, he understands your pain. He knows what it's like to have pain, to have suffering, to hurt. You're not alone in that, and let those scars remind you of that. And you know, because he chose to suffer for us, there's another thing that Jesus' scars also remind us of. They remind us of his love. Romans 5:8. I think I quoted it this past Sunday in one or two of the services. God shows his love for us in that while we were still sinners, one translation says, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. You know, I love the old hymn, Crown Him the Lord of Love. Matthew Bridges wrote this in 1851, and he says, "Crown him the Lord of Love, behold his hands and side, rich wounds yet visible above, in beauty glorified." Those scars remind us of his suffering and his pain, and that he knows your suffering and pain. They remind us of his love for you and I in giving himself as an ultimate sacrifice for us. But finally, those scars, those healed wounds, forever remind us of our final victory in him. You know, because of what Christ did for us on Calvary, because of what we celebrated just this past weekend, we have victory over death, hell, and the grave because of Christ. He is our sacrificial lamb. He is the one who was sacrificed for us. And because of that, we can worship him forever with the beauty of those scars in view. Because those scars remind us that he knows our pain, he knows our suffering. Those scars remind us that he loves us so much that he would be willing to pay a price he didn't know. And those scars also remind us that we have victory in him and in him alone. I hope that you'll let those scars remind you of that, and that those scars will be ever present in your mind throughout the weeks, days, months, and years to come. You know, we've had a great time over this past year doing these devotions with you, and I can't wait to give away my giveaway. It is a prayer journal that's called Then Sings My Soul, 52 Hymns That Inspire Joyous Prayer. It's one that I use, and I look forward to giving that away. So just drop the keyword in the comments across any of these platforms, and you'll be entered for that drawing. Have a great week. We look forward to worshiping with you.